Well, this is 5. Today's episode is about achieving goals and people not believing in you. That's the basic. Well, it's about people not believing in you. Because that's kind of something I struggle with right now. My goals: become a mountain guide slash alpinist slash make my life climbing. And guiding looks cool, but like live climb for a living, pretty much. Mountains and stuff. Alpinism's also pretty cool. Whatever I can do. Guiding looks cool. Be down for that. Alpinism's cool, all that. Best shit. So my current plan. A lot of people don't believe in me, and that's kind of what the point of this video is I'm gonna get my apprenticeship done. I'm a toolmaker. My toolmaker's apprenticeship. And then I'm gonna move to Washington. Big jump, I know, but for my age and everything, I'm paid quite a lot. So I did some extremely rough math. If I do my stuff right, I should have a rough basis, and the plan is to move to Washington, and just start there, work at some just get a job as a toolmaker, get myself set up in that sense, and then just start doing everything I can possibly do to hopefully possibly become like a guide at like RMI or something. That's the current goal. That's where I'm at. That's the current plan, I should say. I'm starting now. As for fitness, give myself years, because it's going to be years. And everyone I've told this to either is just like, oh, yeah. Or they've laughed at me and said, like, oh, you don't want to do it. And, I try. I'm not really a sensitive person. I try not to be, especially in my trade. You can't be a sensitive person. Because people are assholes and they'll give you shit regardless. And then if they see you're a crybaby bitch, which there's nothing wrong with being a crybaby bitch, I'm a total bitch. But if they see that, it only makes it worse because people are dickheads. That's life. So I try not to be a sensitive person, or as least sensitive as possible. And if something bothers me, I don't like to show. I don't want to show it, because then it makes it worse for yourself and becomes this whole thing. But my lead at work, I love the guy. He's a great dude. He's good to me. He's like, he can joke around me. He can be like, yeah, dude, you fucked this up, that. But like, not be a total asshole about it. Which, like, if I mess up, obviously you gotta tell me. It's just like, he's not a dick to me about it. Which the guy I was under previously was a dick to me about it. So, things are good in that aspect. And he was telling me, like, I don't mean to be that guy, but like, this trade is not the shit here, blah blah, this and that. And I was like, alright, whatever, dude. And then I was like, I don't even plan on. He said, he asked me if I plan on staying in. I said no. He was like, what are you gonna do? And I told him, I'm gonna move to Washington, be a mountain guide, and blah blah. And then he laughed. And I was like, oh, thanks. He laughed, but he redeemed himself. He said, he laughed, and then he was like, well, if that's truly what you want to do, then I'd say do everything in your power to make it happen. If that's really like what you want to do everything you can to make that happen. And I think that's good advice. And also redeeming for laughing at me. But so it didn't bother me that much. But it sucks when you tell someone something like that. Like, it's a genuine goal of mine, a genuine dream. I don't even like saying dreams. It makes me feel cringe, even though it's not. That's what it is. And then, they laugh at you or say, like, oh, you're not going to do that. It's dumb, blah, blah, blah. And just completely, like, disregard what you love. So, and people have done that. Like, or they'll, like, pretend to, or, like, act like they're in support, or they are, but they just kind of suck at it. Like I told my parents, like, I was really scared to mention this to them, because they're kind of weird about this sort of stuff. I was like, yep, I want to... Whoa. Ooh, I am under a lava pool. I was like, yeah, I want to move to Washington. The first time I ever said it. And, at first when I say move to Washington, everyone's like, why? And I'm like, mountain climbing. And they're like, oh, Washington's expensive. Oh, it's just, yeah, man. And I'm like, alright, so first off, it's not much more expensive than where I already live. Second off, like, I'll make it work. Living comes before, logistics comes before anything else. Like, if I can't make living work, I'm not gonna live there. I'm not gonna waste my time I'm not gonna spend my time climbing if I can't even, like, if I don't even have a job or this or that. I'm gonna get the logistics figured out, like truly figured out. I have time for that, and then I'll go from there. But they're telling me, oh, you don't want to live in Washington. We knew, we have friends who live in Oregon. Now they live in Buffalo. They'd rather the freaking 500,000 feet of snow in Buffalo than live in Washington. It's rainy and dreary, and you don't want to live there. And I'm like, no, you guys don't see the bigger picture. You guys don't see the bigger picture. And it's like, also, fuck off. I have a dream. Instead of being like, oh, no, that's dumb. How about you say, oh, okay. Have you thought about this? Have you considered this? Like, if you say negatives, that's fine. If you say cons, that's fine. You can't word it like a dick. I was straight up told, you don't want to live there. I'm like, what do you mean? And it's hard, but it's also the perfect motivation. Like, fuck you, I'll show you. And then when I do, who will be laughing? You know what I mean? Because a lot of guys at my work are extremely miserable. And if I'm living my dream and they're miserable, who's laughing now? You're miserable, I'm living my dream. I did something. It's not even like I don't mean this like they didn't do anything with their life, but it's like I made it happen. Fuck yeah. You know what I mean? Just because you're miserable doesn't mean I need to be. Or just because most people are miserable doesn't mean I need to be. I made my life good. I made my life valuable to me. Yeah, if that makes sense. That's 5. That's not 5. That's my yap.